geography lessons. Today we are looking at boundary hazards. In this lesson, we'll cover what boundary hazards are, the main types of hazards at plate boundaries, why these hazards happen, and examples of boundary hazards. Boundary hazards are natural hazards that happen at the edges where tectonic plates meet. This is really important to learn because most earthquakes and volcanoes happen along these boundaries. Earthquakes occur when stress builds up as plates move and suddenly release energy. This happens at all three types of boundaries: constructive boundaries, destructive boundaries, and conservative boundaries. At constructive boundaries, plates move apart slowly. Small earthquakes happen as the crust breaks. At destructive boundaries, the subducting plate causes huge stress and powerful earthquakes. At conservative boundaries, plates slide past each other and the friction can cause very strong earthquakes, like the San Andreas fault. As shown here, you can see the build-up and release of stress causing the shaking. Volcanoes are common at constructive and destructive boundaries. At constructive boundaries, magma rises to fill gaps, creating volcanoes that tend to erupt gently, like those in Iceland. At destructive boundaries, the subductive plate melts, causing violent, explosive volcanoes. These can produce lava flows, ash clouds, and pyroclastic flows. Volcanic eruptions are a major hazard that can destroy land, harm people, and affect climate. Other hazards include tsunamis, landslides, and gas emissions. In tsunamis, these giant sea waves happen mostly at destructive boundaries, when underwater earthquakes cause sudden movements of the seafloor. Landslides are earthquakes and volcanic eruptions that can trigger landslides, which destroy habitats and settlements. Gas emissions are where volcanoes can release poisonous gas like sulfur dioxide, which are hazardous to health. Why do hazards happen at boundaries? Well, this is because the movement of plates cause huge forces and changes in the Earth's crust. The energy that builds up can't be released gradually, so it happens suddenly, causing hazards. Understanding the boundary hazards is really important for disaster planning and saving lives. So to recap, boundary hazards happen where tectonic plates meet. Earthquakes happen due to movement and stress release. Volcanoes form mostly at constructive and destructive boundaries. Tsunamis, landslides, and gas emissions are other hazards linked to plate boundaries. Now that you've learnt about boundary hazards, you can explain why and where earthquakes, volcanoes, and other hazards happen. Try identifying recent earthquakes or volcanic eruptions on a map and linking them to plate boundaries.